What's going on, everybody? So today I have a video revisit, if you will, of a fragrance that I got to discover before I started my channel, and then was lucky enough to get my hands on this full bottle at the very beginning of my channel. And this fragrance is very synonymous with TLTG reviews, with myself, with this fragrance channel. I've even had the privilege of creating a fragrance in collaboration with this brand. Of course, I'm talking about Zaharoff, but today we're revisiting Zaharoff's signature Pour Homme. Do I still feel the same way about it that I did back then? Has the love grown or has it lessened? Let's talk about it. Stay tuned. So I'll probably have something on screen showing the box and everything. I have one of the original 500 bottles, number 379 or 397. I didn't look at the card beforehand because they had those little cards that have inspirational quotes on them. I don't even know if George still does that, honestly. I haven't seen opened any of the newer bottles. But for me, this particular scent was extremely warm, resinous, and very masculine, modern day fougere type of stuff. And I've always really enjoyed that about this scent. I actually went through 2 carded samples before I got this bottle, before I was privileged to have George send a bottle to me as a gift at the very beginning of my channel. I was at 40 subscribers when he offered to send me a bottle, and it actually came in the day I hit 100 subscribers. So very interesting. It's since the very beginning of this channel, this fragrance has been pretty synonymous with the channel, and it's actually my scent of the day. Currently, I like to typically wear this with an Oxford or a suit. It's my favorite suit and tie fragrance, but it's been a little while. I haven't really had a reason to wear a suit as of late, so I've been in the mood to wear it. Wearing it today sparked the idea of revisiting this one because it's been a little while. It's been featured in a few lists here and there, but it's been a little while since I've really dove into it in depth. And a lot has changed. I mean, hell, the color of the juice has even darkened as it's matured over time because this bottle is over 2 years old. You know, this is one of the original 4-ounce bottles. This is before he was doing metal caps, before the Z logo was on the inside of the cap. This is one of the initial 500 bottles from the very first batch. And it's a very special bottle to me for many different reasons, but the scent is a very special profile to me as well. It reeks of class. This is a very classy, elegant, and masculine fragrance. It's warm, it's spicy, it's full of lavender. It's got that barbershop appeal, but it doesn't smell like your everyday barbershop fragrance that smells like aftershave, Barbasol, shaving cream, or the Barbicide, the blue stuff that they sanitize all of their stuff in. It doesn't really strike me as that type of barbershop fragrance. It has a barbershop appeal, but not a barbershop fragrance through and through. I know a lot of people like to put it in that category, and all is fair. I totally understand why, because it's such a heavy dose of lavender up top. But for me, this one becomes much more oriental and resinous and woody as you get into the heart and into the dry down. On my skin, it literally has a warming quality. It warms my skin wherever I spray it on my body. It's very resinous for me. The myrrh is very dominant. The myrrh and oud are kind of a signature for the signature Pour Homme DNA, because this has now had several flankers that have come after it. With this being the baseline DNA, George has since come out with NOIR, ROYALE, Rosé, and then now Tabac is about to release at the filming of this video. Tabac will be shipping in the next week or 2. So he's got a handful of flankers that are based off of this base DNA. Lovely fragrance. It's got some florals in here, but I don't really get the iris and stuff like that that's in here. I do get the woods, the sandalwood. There's a creamy nature, and like I said, the myrrh shines on my skin. Warm, spicy, aromatic, and woody are the main accords and feelings and emotions I get from this. It's very uplifting, it's very classy, it's confidence inspiring. This is a fragrance that will make you feel like the man. It really will. For lack of a better term, this is a confidence-inspiring type of fragrance. If anything, my love for it has grown deeper, while what's changed over time is it's no longer my favorite from the house, believe it or not. It takes a very close second place to the newest release, Signature Rosé. Shocking for some. I know not everybody's a fan of rosé, but for those that can appreciate rosé for what it is, in my personal opinion, Signature Rosé is masterfully done, even more than this particular fragrance. Claude Deer worked magic with this fragrance and all of the flankers that have followed. I personally love every fragrance that comes out of the house. Noir is probably my least favorite. Royale I would deem the most versatile, this being the most professional and masculine, and Rosé being the most off the beaten path, unique masterpiece. It's a heavy dose of different types of roses and rose absolutes, with this deep incense, lovely warm resinous feel still, warm woods without being too oody, sweetness without being too sweet. It's super well blended. So that's why we're revisiting this, because actually it's not my favorite in the line anymore. Signature Rosé is. Now, as far as performance, this is still every bit of an 8 to 10 hour fragrance on my skin. I know some people have said it's a beast off of their skin over the years. Personally, it doesn't scream off of my skin. It never has. It's very pronounced. It's very present. And when I say very present, within a few feet, yeah, you will smell me. If you're walking behind me, yeah, you will smell me several hours on in. Projection is average arm's length type of stuff for me, but it's more than the 2 hour mark. I would say more to the 2 to 3 hour mark before it gets closer to the skin, because the life of this fragrance extends beyond what most fragrances of this scent style tend to do on my skin, and the projection is nice and consistent where it's not too heavy, which is what I like. I don't like fragrances to be too heavy of a presence. Sometimes I'm in the mood for that. I have plenty of fragrances that can fill a room or come close to it, or announce I'm here as soon as I walk in a room. I have fragrances for that, and it's very situational when I want that to be the case. But this fits in that, right in that sweet spot where it's present, it's pronounced, you can smell me, but I'm not going to overwhelm you. That's how this reacts off of my skin. So for me, it's right in that sweet spot. The sweet spot for me in longevity is 6 to 8 hours. So 8 to 10 is just a little bonus. You know, if it goes into that 10 hour mark. It doesn't always. In the warmer weather, I get more in that 7 to 8 hour range. In the cooler weather, it's more in that 9 to 10 hour range, which I tend to wear this more fall, winter, early spring, and mainly when I wear a suit, this is my go-to. So while there's many flankers to have come out after the base DNA Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme, it's still a lifetime fragrance for me. I'll always have sprays of this in my collection. It's a wonderful, high quality, very masculine, man's man type of scent that has class and elegance, but isn't so unique or so challenging that you can't wear it every single day with a t-shirt. Hell, I'm wearing a long sleeve hoodie shirt right now, and it goes just fine. I'm smelling great. I wish you guys could smell me that haven't smelled this right now, because it's a wonderful scent DNA. And until next time, do me a real quick favor, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, because I do appreciate all the feedback. I love hearing from you guys. How many of you have gotten a sample and tried this? How many of you own a bottle? I know a lot of people that have been through a bottle and are on their second, some even on their third bottle. This is really high quality, fantastic, manly type of stuff. And I truly believe everybody should get their hands on this and smell it. If nothing else, get a sample and try it. Get a decant, whatever. If you're interested in going ahead and getting yourself a bottle or any of the wonderful fragrances available from the house, there's always a link in my descriptions that'll save you 10% off. And until next time, I will say, if you get your hands on Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme and you give it a spray now, I'm extremely confident you'll thank me later. Have a good one, guys.